Okay, hi. This is a quick little video to describe this car I built and that we have now run twice at Willow Springs International Raceway. Basically, just to give a quick overview, because the car is a little bit different, and then the videos are just like raw footage of us running around the track. So it's just to kind of help you understand what we're trying to do here. Basically, we're trying to do things with the electric car that haven't been done before. First of all, in general, the main thing about this car is it doesn't run a controller. It actually shifts by voltage. It changes speed by changing voltage. For example, basically the first run, in one of the videos, we run a 60 volt kind of top voltage. So basically there's two gears. There's a 24 volt gear and a 64 volt gear. So basically what I do is I start off in 24 volts and then I shift, or actually, switch electrically to 60 volts. Okay, so that's like the first run we did. There's some videos of that. And then basically the second run we did, we upped it. So basically the first gear is still 24 volts, but the second gear is 72 volts. Okay. So basically, as we're upping the voltage and going higher, the car is going faster, and we want to go out there again and even run more voltage. These motors, this motor here is a Netgame Warp 9 motor, very common in a lot of electric cars out there that people build, and it's capable. People run them at 144 volts all the time. So we have room for more batteries, and we want to do that. We want to run more volts, but we're kind of running out of funds, going to the track, with gas and, track fee, we're running, we need about like $250. So if anyone's wanting to get involved as far as, helping the cause and stuff like that, I'll just give you my work phone real quick. The work phone is 661-202-0052. That's my work phone number. Again, it's 661-202-0052. And basically, you can just call me, text me, maybe we can set something up. But the bottom line is, like, when we go out again, we're going to run like a 36 volt gear and a 96 volt gear by just adding batteries. And these batteries that we're actually running are only $44 a piece. They're from Interstate. Kind of the cheaper batteries, and they're the batteries with caps on them. If you look over here real quick and see these, this is what they are. They're just these Interstate Econo Powers. But we're doing that because we're keeping the cost of the battery pack low, and we're still keeping the car performing well. And how we're doing that is we're making the car lighter. Like this car, the way it sits right here is only 1,150 pounds. So by having it be lighter, we're actually, not having to use as much voltage, as much amperage, as much power. The other thing we're doing is on the corners, we're really trying to keep up the speed in the corners by using a different type of suspension. Okay, so basically in the front, this is like a modified kind of Opel front end, but the thing is, the way it doesn't have a transverse leaf spring and shocks anymore. What it actually does is kind of has a lever system. So as you're taking a corner and there's force kind of coming in on that left wheel, if you're taking a right corner, it's actually thrown to the other side and pushes the wheel on the other side down. So if you're taking a right-hand corner, when the force is pushing up on that left wheel, it actually throws the force to the other side on the right side and pushes that right wheel down. Keeps the car from sliding in the front end. Makes it a little tighter in the corners. And in the back, we have it set up with swing arms. They're like H-shaped swing arms. They're not triangle-shaped swing arms. And what that does, along with just having lower ones and a certain type of pivoting and this and that, it allows the car to accelerate in a corner without breaking traction as much. Things don't flex as much as well. Basically, it's engineered so when you gun it, the wheels, the tire just doesn't want to rip loose. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all the details on that, but as you can see, that does not look like your normal front end suspension. And As far as the rest of it goes, we're just running a motor with a direct shaft, drive shaft to rear differential setup. And the other thing is when you don't run a controller, it's actually not going to generate like extra power. It kind of figures out what power it needs, and then it does that. And I know like it's like the basic function of electric motors if you understand it, but it's like when the magnetic fields originally generate up to create movement, they're only going to generate a big enough for magnetic field to create movement, as long as you don't add a controller in there. I think a lot of engineers should be able to understand that one. It's a pretty basic concept. A lot of people kind of overlook it though, but it was kind of something we wanted to utilize, especially when we're trying to not break traction in the corners, because it will actually calculate it even at like different speeds. It's pretty cool. The other thing is this is like a vent system on the top here because these batteries are capped. So if there are any slight fumes coming out, we have like the Venturi effect going on here, and it's basically allowing the fumes to flow out and vent out the back. There's like a tube to kind of exhaust the any fumes out the back. Although we ran at the track already, we aren't really getting any fumes. Obviously these things go in cars, run in way harsher conditions, and still it's not that big of a deal. The other thing, we're running bigger wheels, so the wheels kind of like big flywheels, keeping up the power of the car. And as far as batteries and weight go, as far as adding them, we're actually where we add them, we kind of balance the car out. We add one here, add this side, and it really balances things out, stuff like that. But the bottom line is we want to run it again, but yeah, we're kind of, it'd be nice if we could get some help. I know Chip Yates got a ton of money and for building an electric motorcycle, so I was thinking maybe if there's guys out there interested in electric vehicles, maybe they can, help me out. So anyways, like I said, if you want to help, just give me a call, text me, and maybe we can work something out. Yeah, just appreciate you watching. Thanks.